For the view from the UN on bringing an end to the war in Ukraine and other conflicts across the world, our correspondent Angela Scugin spoke with the former Belgian Prime Minister, Alexander de Croo, who's now with the UN Development Programme.
Stopping the war would, from our perspective, be the thing we look forward to. Of course, what is a just way of stopping the war? That is a political discussion. UNDP is not involved in that. But of course, war is development in reverse, and the human misery and the level of destruction in Ukraine is something which we deplore, and the huge human cost. I mean, there's every month 40,000 people are dying, and on the Russian and on the Ukrainian side. The earlier it stops, the earlier we can bring human progress again. But the political process is obviously one which we are a spectator in.
Absolutely. And shifting to another conflict now in the Middle East, the United Nations released a report this month stating that Israel is deliberately targeting Palestinian children in what they described as a genocide. You were in Gaza in February this year. Does this chime with what you saw on the ground?
And the circumstances on the ground are dramatic, and I have not seen many worse places in the world than Gaza today. More than 80% of people lost their homes, live in constructions that one would not even call tents. The level of poverty is gigantic, and they're being squeezed together in a surface that is less than 50% of what Gaza used to be, and it was already a very, very densely populated part of the world.
The European Commission wants to prioritise competitiveness and defence as part of this pitch, but does that mean that funding for aid will go under the hammer? Is there a clear winner and loser?
I think what the current proposal, or what the Commission has come forward with, is that it understands that the prosperity, the security and the stability of the European inhabitants is secured by what is being done within the European borders, but also what is being done outside the European borders. Having a stable neighborhood where there is economic growth, where there is democracy, where there is no war, has a direct impact on the lives of Europeans, and has also a direct impact on the economic growth that can happen. And so that is our main element: is development is part of your security agenda, and development is also part of your economic agenda. And these are two sides of the same coin.
But how do you muster support for this? Because obviously Russia's invasion of Ukraine is raging into its fifth year. Obviously tensions in the Middle East show no signs of abating. How do you fight fatigue when it comes to showing support to these countries and these communities that are being significantly impacted by conflict?
Well, we see more military spending, and we totally understand that in the current circumstances. But if you want that military spending to be as effective as possible, you will also have to invest in preventing that a conflict arises.